is Natasha, and today we are looking at the water element, which is associated with our sacral chakra, so located in the pelvis, hip kind of area there. So today we will be trying to flow like water, and this just helps us to balance this energy so that it can really help us to be more creative, more receiving of pleasure. It really helps to strengthen our intuition and just this whole connection with ourselves. I mean, water is the element of life. We really need it to survive, and it's just can be really calming, like, to connect with it. I know for me, one way I like to connect with it is to sit by water, running water, so whether it's a lake, the sea, or just a nice bath, it's nice to connect with it in that way. So today we are going to work on connecting with it on the mat. So to get started, we are going to come to all fours with our hands below our shoulders, knees below hip points. And we are going to kind of do our cat-cow movement here, if you've joined for any of our videos with that before. But we're going to add a little something else with our child's pose. And because we're flowing and we're not quite settling into our child's pose, I'm going to be using a block. But if you have a cushion, towel or blanket, or you can go ahead and do this without, it's just kind of a nice added bonus, but it's definitely not necessary. Okay, so once you're ready, what we're going to do is we're going to connect it with the breath. So we're going to inhale to drop the belly, look forward. And then on the exhale, we're moving slowly, we're rounding the spine, but then we're sending it right back to sit on our heels. And then we can bring our head towards the block or cushion or the ground. Sorry, just readjusting that microphone there. Okay, so I'm going to do a few with you, and then I'd like you to really connect with your own breath here. So breathing in to look forward, dropping the belly, and then exhale, rounding through and sending it back into that child's pose, adjusting that block or cushion if you have it there. And then big breath in, you're going to come up with that rounded spine and then transition to dropping the belly, looking forward, opening up through the chest. Exhale, rounding it through and sending it back. Inhale, coming up with that rounded spine, and then dropping the belly, looking forward. And then exhale, round the spine, sending the hips back. And keep it going. Listen to your breath. Slow that breath right down. more times. You've got this, you're doing great. And one more time. And once you come into that child's pose on this one, just staying there for a moment. You may like to move the block if you have it. You could even bring your knees wide, big toes to touch. Anything that allows you to just find that moment of stillness with your breath. You could even use your fists to bring the mat to you. And just breathe. Slowly making your way back to your tabletop position, moving any props out of the way there. And then just bring your hands forward slightly. We're spreading our fingers quite wide, not the fullest range you can, but just nice and wide so that it just allows some space in between your fingers there. And then you're going to curl your toes in under, lift up, sending the hips up, bending the knees here, especially if you're quite tight in the calf muscles there, bending the knees, pushing through the hands, pedaling it out. Keep breathing. So we want to find length in the spine here. And then just come into stillness. And then you're just going to walk your hands towards your feet. Take it nice and slow. And then knees bent quite generously here. We're folding forward. And then you can work to straighten the legs if you'd like to, or keep that bend. Letting the head be heavy. You could walk your hands one way and the other. And back to center. Bring your hands, slide them up, all the way up to your thighs. And then just lift up through your chest for a flat back position here without locking the knees. Neck and extension of the spine. Keep breathing. And breathe out to fold. Walk the hands back forward. We're coming all the way forward into a plank or a half plank. So you can lower the knees here. Okay, so take your choice. Keep breathing. And then send it to your down dog. Okay. And then we're just going to speed that up just a little bit. But again, just moving with the breath. So, breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, walk the hands back towards your feet into that fold. Big inhale brings you halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, let it out. And your plank. Inhale, send it to your down dog. Exhale, let it go. Inhale and exhale. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale to flat back position. Exhale down. Walk it forward into your plank or half plank. Take a nice big breath here and out. Inhale to your down dog. And exhale. Bring those hands back to your feet, your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk it forward into your plank or half plank. Let it go. Inhale to down dog. And exhale. Let's go one more time, bringing those hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk it forward. And exhale. Inhale to your downward dog. And exhale, slowly lower the knees and come back into your child's pose or an extended child's pose with the knees wide, big toes to touch. You can bring your block back here or use your fists or any way you would like to settle in here. And again, we're just taking note of how we're feeling. Seeing if we can release any tension anywhere. Breathe into that. And you can listen to the breath as if you're listening to the ocean. You might feel quite warm after doing that. So just allow your breath to just calm you. You can do hard things. And you can come back to the breath, always. Okay, slowly coming up to sit on your heels now, legs together, relaxing them shoulders down and back, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe even just placing our hands in like a little bowl in front of us here, or just open on your lap, however feels comfortable. Maybe even closing the eyes for a moment if that feels good. Okay. And then opening the eyes, we're going to take a big inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, we're bringing our arms down and fists towards our sides here. So that sacral chakra is around there. We're bringing the fists, bringing the energy here. So big inhale to come up, maybe taking our gaze up, and exhale. Breathe in and out. Maybe even visualizing a wave here as we come up and down. The power of visualization is actually really strong for the mind. That's why guided meditations and stuff are just so effective, because the brain is just fascinating. Keep it going. One more. Okay, from here we are going to bring our right foot forward, and with this back knee we can cushion it by doubling up on the mat, or if you have a folded towel or blanket, you can place that under it. But just adjust yourself here into a low lunge. Now, you can always use blocks here as well as an option. You can keep your hands on the ground or on your knees. So what we're going to do is we're going to match movement and breath. So I'm going to inhale, sweep my arms up, and exhale. I'm coming back, knee is coming back, and those fists are coming towards that sacral chakra, that kind of area here. So we're bringing that energy down. But if that is a lot and it can be challenging for balance, we can use the blocks. Find your own jam. Okay, find your own jam. Find what works for you. We don't want any pain or discomfort. We just want to be able to flow. So breathing in and out. In and out. So in your own time now, maybe even slowing it down. And just a couple more here. Listening to your breath. And then once you're satisfied, just bringing that knee back, coming back to our seat. Placing the hands open in our laps again. Closing the eyes, or taking a soft gaze down in front. And then slowly coming back up and doing the same on the left side. So left foot comes forward. Again, option to pad the knee there, use blocks, whatever feels good for you. And just match movement and breath together as one. once you feel like you've balanced that out on both sides, because you know we weren't counting it in, just going by how it feels, you can come back to that seat. And again, close the eyes or take a soft gaze. And the reason I didn't want to cue too much or talk too much through that one, I really want you just to listen within. Slowly make your way to our bound angle pose here. Notice where you're placing your feet, so the closer you place them, the more intense the stretch there. So feel free to give yourself some space, find length through the spine. You could even grab those blocks if you had them, or cushions, and place them underneath your knees for some support here. Close the eyes or take that soft gaze. And then maybe you start folding forward or wiggling into that hip space, taking any movements that feel good there, and then settling back in. Relaxing the head down. Keep breathing. And slowly coming back up. And we're going to take our final resting pose here. So you can take this laying down on your back. You could even get a blanket over you or pop socks on, whatever you need to do to get comfy. If that is quite a lot on your back, feel free to bring your feet up and then feet as wide as the mat. Let your knees fall in towards each other. Or you could even roll onto your side or take it in a seated position. Whatever works for you. And again, this is about trusting your intuition. But please do take this time as part of the practice that you showed up, you signed up for today. And this is all part of the journey. Allowing that stillness. See if you can make yourself just 5% more comfortable. If you're holding on to any stress or tension in your body, I invite you to find some ease there now. Even just, as I say, 5% more. And Just listening to the breath. Closing the eyes here if that feels good. And maybe just visualizing a body of water that makes you feel calm. So whether that's a lake, a gentle ocean, a nice bath, small stream, any kind of water that makes you feel calm. And imagine just being able to watch that. Notice any smells. As you're breathing in. Notice how, wherever you are, notice the ground beneath your feet and the texture under your toes. As you're walking along. Or maybe even sitting. And as you're watching this beautiful, calming scene, noticing your breath. back to the room, feeling the ground beneath you, inviting some movement in the fingers and toes. And then bringing your legs up if they weren't already. And coming to roll on your side, any side, cradling your head underneath you, feeling the ground beneath you. And we'll slowly make our way back to a seated position of your choice. The inhale, bring the shoulders up and back behind. Or taking any last little movements that feel good in your body, whether it's some twists or big full body stretch, whatever feels good. Trust yourself. You have the creativity to explore movement and create. So join our hands to our heart center now. And just tuck your chin into your chest. And just take a moment just to honor yourself for showing up here today, for taking this time for you. May you flow through your day, today and every day, with ease. Thank you.